Alright, welcome back everybody, survivors, to another episode of Kingdom Death Monster, where we have a few things to go through as always before we start the episode. First of all, I haven't actually found a rules reference for it, but I asked one of my friends, Felix, who knows this game better than I, and I queried him about the -1 survivor from the Hooded Knight previous episode, and he said that this counts as a death, and that I get to choose which unit that dies. So we did it correctly in that regard, but to be fair, it didn't track the number of death survivors because I deleted him instead of killing him. So we are spawning a new one. I don't remember what he was called or if he had a name. We're just going to mark it in and then kill it. So we have it on the death count. Good. And that means we get to cannibalize the person. Let me reset it first, just in case. Yeah, there we go. We get a hide. Okay. Oh, perfect. Good stuff. Yeah, because we needed a bandage. I have been neglecting this one. People have been telling me, don't get a bandage, Keejchen. Okay, so I'll get a bandage because apparently the thing about bandage is that you can use it to remove bleeding tokens from yourself or an adjacent survivor, and I understand why you would need the bandage. Yeah, it makes the sense. So bleeding tokens, for those that don't know, if I think I've mentioned it before, but regardless, if you have 5 bleeding tokens at a character at any point in time, then they die, instant death. So don't do that. Get the bandages, avoid death. Then over here we have what we are crafting for the turn. No question. We are making the screaming leg warmers, and we are making the screaming braces. So we now have the full screaming armor set. We can make a copy of that. Then I figured out, because I should have known this earlier, obviously, but here we go. With acanthus, you can make dried acanthus, which is a fantastic little item. It is when you depart, you gain 2 survival, so you just gain survival and you can keep using it for that. Or when you suffer a severe injury with this character who is holding this thing, you may ignore it and archive this card instead. So it's like a med kit, giving you survival and stuff. Amazing. Why wouldn't I have made that earlier? And then with this beast steak, we are making a lucky charm, and I'll tell you why. Maybe we should set this up now. And it's going to be a little bit weird, because I realized something as I was building or setting up here for making our screaming armor set on Pepper Potts. As I have complained about many times, she can't wear a helmet, and thus she can never wear a full armor set. And I don't think I would give her all the other stuff here and not, I mean, I could give her this and then not have a full screaming horn set or screaming armor set. That does make sense. So we are keeping this together, which means that she's not going to get it. And this set here combos with a spear specifically, which means this one goes there. And now we don't have a spear for her. So Pepper, you are going to sit this one out until we can get you a new spear, basically. Then we will set up the armor set here, because I want to show you guys something. Of course, the set is made to fit together. So here is how you're supposed to build the screaming set. You gain, what's cool about it is that it has a lot of affixes or affinities. I think these are called affixes, and there are no affinities on them though, which is the interesting part, right? But you have 2 blue, 2 green, and 1 red affix. And so that means that we can go over here and find various equipment that need affixes in order to work, or affinities, like the lucky charm that we can craft. This one costs 1 organ in the organ grinder, lucky charm. We could do a monster grease too, but we can't trigger the bonus on that one, and I really want +1 luck, because that's going to be great. For half, that gives us higher chances of rolling critical hits, and critical hits are great against, well, monsters in the first place, giving them various debuffs, but also giving us resources. So this will be like an economy thing. So we're deleting that. and installing that on the same track or grid as this one over here. We could put it there and we would get another blue affix, but that doesn't matter. And just to explain this one for the new players who might be watching this, we have two blue dots here, which means that, and these are squares, not like the puzzle pieces over here. Let me reiterate this. The puzzle pieces mean that this specific Rawhide West needs its affixes satisfied in order to function with this bonus. And it is here, so we get the +1 invasion. Over here, we could put the lucky charm up there because this is not a puzzle piece. This means that if we have the 2 affixes satisfied anywhere on the grid, we get the bonus. And there is a blue affix here and a blue affix there, enough to satisfy the lucky charm. If I put it here, we would get another. And if we had a 4th, we would not get another luck. Just to hammer that home, you cannot gain this little bonus from an affix more than once. So it doesn't matter if I put it there or there. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, it looks nice here. So let's do that. And the spear goes in there. Okay, that out of the way. Oh, we have love juice to satisfy or to use. So I think before we do that, I'm gonna make Sansa Stark roll on the augury here. So we delete this endeavor and have her roll 1d10. You know, she has +1 because of her luck thing. Oh, a 10. Nice. So we get 2 intimacies this turn, or settlement phase. Okay. This is also an organ, so we could choose to use this as a resource instead of using it for intimacy. Let's see what happens here. So we have to roll twice anyway. Might as well just get them in here. We get +1 to each of the rolls. Sansa Stark will be, she's the best one at sexy times, so she's gonna be doing that. And I think I paired her off with Atreyu earlier, so we're gonna let those guys stick together just to keep it classy. So here we go. 8 and 7, so it's an 8 and a 9. 8 means the settlement get +1 population. The male and female survivors share a deep bond and gain +10 survival each. And then if the settlement has innovated bed, the new survivor gains permanent strength. What? Incredibly good. Nice. All right, +10. I mean, that's up to our survival limit, right? Which means Atreyu, as much as I like you and as much as Sansa like you, of course, next time she's going to bang someone else and try to get that survival up. And we get another population. Man, we've been so lucky with new survivors. This is so good. Let's roll for male or female, because I like randomness. Low for female, because I am a jokester like that. So this is a female. Boop. +1 strength, +1 invade. Good. Up to 11 again, with 4 dead. All right. That was the augury. We can do love juice and do it again. Or use it as an organ to craft something, which may honestly be better now that we got in intimacy almost for free. Because I could forge either another lucky charm, but that's not really what we're getting. We're getting a monster grease, and I think I will do it. It's on top because I already messed around with it. Yeah. So instead of using it for intimacy, this may be a mistake, but I'll do it. Because the monster grease is just such a good item. Oh, this is one of the soloable items, I suppose. So we could lose that in that event we had previous episode. Gain +1 evasion. Then if you have 3 green affixes, you gain +1 evasion again. And I know you are thinking about it. Could we fit that in here? Trust me, I tried. You would need something else that has a green affix on the right side, and we're not able to craft one that isn't also an armor piece. And we can't have 2 armor pieces on any one body part. We could still put the grease here if we wanted. But I think I want to put it on whichever rhythm chaser we are bringing for this encounter. Do we have weapons for everyone? Yeah. Good. Dried acanthus. The bandages, good. Then we're also doing another rhythm chaser, just because I'm struggling to find stuff to use my endeavors for, and I know I would want it eventually. Oh yeah, and the rhythm chaser here, I found a good name for you. You know who's a rhythm chaser? That would be Troy Barnes. So he's that, but and then I thought his twin, you know, it's let's just say that it goes in the family. She is now also a rhythm chaser. Back to settlement with you. She didn't bring her thing. Okay, try again. Why didn't you bring your fighting art? There we go. And I wanted to bring Troy Barnes for this episode. There. And I would give him the monster grease as well, so that he goes real high on evade. That's going to be great. For dried acanthus, I really want to protect Mr. Poopy Butthole. And we'll see who goes here. I guess Wendy Corduroy can come out. Oh, she's already up here? Really? Yeah, must be. And then Janice. So we're not bringing Pepper because she can't wear a helmet. We are not bringing Sansa because she's our village settlement doer. And Wendy, and then Misa Amane, I skipped her, I guess, but whatever. Good. We did all the endeavors. We have a rawhide headband that isn't in use. There. One person not wearing a helmet because we lost that stupid skull helmet. That's right. Oh, that was so unlucky. Yeah, but what can you do? Sometimes stuff gets destroyed, I suppose. So who here is most useless? That would be you. You can be the bandage lady, running around putting bandages on whoever needs them. Oh, I might want to give... Yeah, I'll give the Poopy Butthole the bow so that he can get the affix here. Look at that. And also he's more important, so getting the head armor on him makes sense. That grid is full. Oh, we can take the founding stone away, though. And give that in there, I think. And then give the founding stone here. Good. Why? Oh, because he has Rhythm Chaser, and that's quite nice. We don't actually really care about Janus. It's the only reason why he's good right now is because of his equipment, but that's interchangeable. The same over here. Only, I mean, she's kind of nice here, huh? We are gonna wait. Oh yeah, we're gonna switch them around. Wendy is slightly better, so I want her to have the good stuff. And who was the other one? Janus. There. Anything else? I don't think so. I think we're ready to go. We don't have a lot of stuff in the supply, which is fine. We have done develop, prepare departing survivors, and I have looked up how to work the nemesis, so we got that under control. That happens. He's literally waiting outside our settlement right now, so we won't be going on a hunt. We'll just be leaving the settlement, and then he's out there, the butcher, fighting. Oh no, well, waiting for a fight. And I don't know how that's gonna go. We'll see. So what am I doing? Oh yeah, we need the dash token on everyone because we did get the paint consequence, or not paint consequence, but the paint innovation last episode. So we now have dash available to us. Very nice. I feel like I am forgetting something. We will prepare for departure. And I suppose since we are going into the showdown immediately, we might as well trigger arrival bonuses immediately as well. So let's start in here. We gain, no, the timeline. We gain +1 survival for leaving, departing. Oh, no, that's the head armor. That's the brain. Okay, down to 0 again. Survival and survival. Then we'll go left to or right to left, I suppose. Nothing here. No. Okay. Then over here we gain 1 evasion. Is that automated? No. So temporarily. Then we get an evasion from the rawhide vest. Then we get an evasion from the rhythm chaser. Oh. So just put that there and write rhythm chaser stacks 1. So he's at 4 evade, just like that. Anything else? Yeah, he gains +2 survival from his equipment. Then he gains +2 survival from the Dried Acantha. So maybe we give that to someone else who can use the survival better. Or needs it more, is what I meant. Yeah, that'll be... No, because he's got the dagger, so he's going to be fine. And 3 and... here maybe. He's also got the dagger over here, so I think even if we overflow there, that's fine. Evasion. Oh, and then the drum on arrival, all survivors gain +1 insanity. So let's do that right now. There, and then I think we've done your entire track or grid. Yep. Yeah, and the armor here, +2 survival. And over here, +1 luck. On arrival, if possible, add an Acantha's plant terrain to the showdown. So we are going to set that up in a minute and gain +3 insanity. On arrival and departure, you already got your survival. Okay, I think we're ready. I think so, yeah. Good stuff. So, showdown. Butcher, level 1, showdown. Alright. So, this is a guy with 2 big meat cleavers. So, he's like a human figure, but he's 2x2, so a big guy. Like by comparison, oh yeah, very big. Let's see what he's all about. Ooh, and there's a more vivid imagery here. Damn. Okay. Yeah. He steals faces. Look at these guys covering their faces. Okay. So he has arrived at our settlement to collect faces. Let's read about him. There once was a man who could not hide his fear. He wore a mask that transformed his cowardice into rage. In turn, the man transformed into a monster. All that remained was a devouring fury that stalked the night, collecting the fearful faces of others. Alright, instinct, menace. Turn the butcher to face the closest survivor. The survivor suffers 1 brain damage per monster level. Okay. He's 2x2 and he's a blind spot behind him. Yeah. Level 1. Oh, he's got Berserker, Fast Target, Infectious Lunacy, and Dreaded 4 different things. Okay, and they will be displayed down here. Yeesh. Okay, so this is the face collecting thing. When a survivor dies, place their miniature on this card. The monster gains the following bonuses for each miniature on the Dreaded trophies. Oh boy, alright. Don't lose people to him. Fast target. At the beginning of each monster turn, we shuffle the butcher's hit location deck. Interesting. Okay, this seems like a good thing to me because, you know, there's traps in here, and that means that we have lower chances of finding the traps because it's not like we're thinning out the deck and then there must be a trap at some point. We can be lucky and never draw a trap, if he has traps at all. Okay, and then Berserker. Draw 1 extra AI every monster turn. What? Okay. Well, that makes the rawhide headband almost useless because he's gonna draw both cards anyway. Huh. And he gives us bleed tokens when he hurts us. But he hits on +4 with this one. Nice. Okay. Alright, we're not done with the setup. Nemesis encounter. Departing survivors do not have a hunt phase. Yeah. Instead, select the butcher's mark. Yeah, and it should be one greater than the last butcher encounter. Yeah, I read that, by the way, that we can never face the same level of a nemesis twice. So next time we see the butcher, it will be level 2 no matter what I want to do with my life. So, fun. We'll see how that goes. Showdown setup. So he has these stone columns. I noticed that they are already on the board. All right. And what do? Obstacle and impassable. Destructible. When a survivor collides with this, stop their movement and archive the terrain. They suffer 1 damage to a random hit location. When a monster passes over this, archive the terrain. So they are just like bad for us. We can hide behind them because they're an obstacle. And the monster can't target us through them. But that's about it. 1 random terrain then. Set up normally. The debris here. Set up adjacent to any board edge. Okay. And Nemesis in the center. Survivors in the blue zone. We can start anywhere along the edge of the board. The survivors are defending their home. They go first. Ooh. But we are out of range, even with the bow. Huh. Interesting. So then we can use the first turn to do all kinds of setup. Right. Oh, and we needed to add a search acanthus plant card. And here, search acanthus. 2 of them. Okay, and they have special rules then. Set up at least 6 spaces away from all other acanthus plants. Okay, so let's plan our first turn. In the first turn, we are going to not do anything there. Then that means Janus can activate its terrain. Here we can we drum? No. Oh, we can do the rawhide headband, which is kind of useless. Unless we want to at least know what he does first, which may be important. And then, we can do Orator of Death, of course. And then the Screaming Horn here. Yeah, because we have some survivors that are not insane yet. What is this? Infectious Lunacy. Right, that was the thing here. There was only 3. Okay. When you suffer brain damage, gain lunacy tokens equal to the damage suffered. That's what these are for. When you have 3+ lunacy tokens, remove them all and suffer the frenzy brain trauma. We've had that before. Don't remember exactly what it does. It's here on the 10 frenzy, gain 1d5 insanity immediately. Nice. +1 speed token, +1 strength token. Okay. Ignore slow and melee weapons. We don't have those. You may not spend survival anymore. You may not use fighting arts. You may not use weapon specialization or weapon mastery. Can be gained multiple times. Interesting. Lasts until the end of showdown. Okay, so we can't spend survival when we get this, and we would lose the fighting arts that we were using. But honestly, this is not necessarily bad for us. That's kind of interesting. And that's whenever he does brain damage to us, we get 1 and we need to get to +3+. Okay. Huh. Interesting. So, acanthus, we can put 1 right there, and then the other one has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. And the debris set up adjacent to any board edge. So we are allowed to put the debris literally right there if we want it. Okay. Oh, I forgot I had another rule. Yeah, I wrote it down here. There's 2 more rules that I needed to cover in this episode, so I'll just get that out of the way. In the previous episode, you saw me having the Screaming Antelope run into the edge of the board and keep running and basically stay in the same spot. I have found out that is incorrect. When you are at the edge of the board with a monster, and they want to move straight off the edge of the board with their movement, then they will move sideways instead around the edge of the board. And so the screaming antelope would have started charging around. And you would think that my doing it the way I did actually was good for us, but no. If it had been charging around, we could have set it up so that we would be able to ambush it in a turn where it ends its movement within our attack range, and then we would have been able to go in and attack it without it attacking Gollum first, and so we would have not lost Gollum if I had known that rule. I'm not going to backtrack and survive and press him, but damn, that's important. The other one, though, is bad for us, and it's called the Rule of Death, which is just a tiebreaker in this game. Whenever there's a need for a tiebreaker, and I didn't know this, but we've kind of been doing it willy-nilly anyway because I thought it was fun. But again, it means the Rule of Death means that whenever there is a tiebreaker or an ambiguity, anything that needs to be decided where I have to make a choice for the game, I need to choose what is worst for the survivors. And we will definitely be doing that going forward. I have, like I said, I already kind of did it a bit just because I thought it was fun. But it's basically a rule in the game that we have to always pick what's worst for us. Unless it's like specifically a choice for me. Anyway. So in the first turn, we are just gonna harvest these resources. The guy with the screaming bracers also gains +2 when they want to activate a terrain. So maybe we let him do that instead of doing the horns. It's kind of tricky. We want that brain power. Insanity. Yeah, I think so. So Wendy Corduroy is going to scream. I will spread out a bit. Just gonna set it up like how I want it. He cannot move and attack us currently. We gotta remember that he draws twice, so he will probably move and be able to attack. And I want Poopy Butthole to be sort of at the edge, not being targeted first. He's not armored. In fact, who is armored? Not Wendy. I'm messing this up, but we are still planning the first turn. We want Troy to be the frontliner because he's 4 evade, so he's gonna be my tank with Wendy as my secondary tank. So these two will stay close to the center. Wendy will use her horns here, and Troy will pick up the debris here. Wendy there, Butthole there, Janus here. So he can pick up the acanthus. Maybe we'll put... Yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, good. All right. So basically we start like this. We get allowed to start anywhere along the edge of the wall. We will take the tokens here. I threw that one here. First goes Poopy Butthole using the Orator of the Dead. Everyone... Oh, no. First goes Wendy. Standing still using the Screaming Horns. Everyone except herself gets +1 brain or insanity. Good. Then goes Green using Orator of Death. Everyone gains 2 insanity. Is it other people? All non-death survivors, including himself then. Good. Because I noticed that specifically the helmet here says other non-death survivors, which means not herself. No. Oh, insane survivors and then other non-death survivors. So it does include herself with that wording, I think. But she was already insane, so it didn't matter. Okay. So that was those two. Then Janus, the white one, will try the debris. That's not his die, but whatever. A 1, okay. Entangled, you are knocked down. Good start, Janus. And he didn't even get the thing. All right, and then Troy Barnes. Oh, I put him in a weird spot, but he's going to try for the debris as well. Then don't get knocked down. You are important to me. Oh, a 10. Ooh. Find rare gear. Gain 1 scrap sword gear card. Oh, he can hold it. Oh. Where do we find that? Here. Scrap sword gear card. That must be here. Scrap sword. I don't think we can make that yet. It's in the weapon crafter. Scrap sword. I'll just put it there. Spirit search. Scrap sword. Alright. And he can use it immediately, but I mean, I'm not sure he's gonna. On a perfect hit, the edge sharpens. Gain +4 strength for the rest of the attack. And if you have red and blue affixes, you gain deadly. Oh, we almost have that. We have blue and red. We need 1 more blue, which it has. Okay, we can probably work with that. Right now he has the bone dagger, but he could use either. Nice. Can't use both. You can't dual wield unless you specifically have something that allows you to dual wield. Like paired. You can, with bone dagger and a weapon that has paired, you are allowed to use 2 weapons of the same name. So if we had 2 bone daggers, we would roll them together, rolling speed 6 effectively. Higher chances of rolling traps, right? So do it with caution, but theoretically cool. Alright, that's really cool. Let's see how that works in the battle UI here. This is Troy with the bone dagger and the scrap sword. So better accuracy, better wound, less dice. So he can use this one to get his survival back up, maybe, if it's low. And then when it's low, or when it's high, we would use the scrap sword. I think that makes sense. To wound better. Yeah. Very cool. Oh, that is lucky. Good find. And he may... Oh, I don't think you can give grid items to other. You can give resources, but that's not the same. Okay. I don't know who I want to be the monster controller. Probably... So I want Mr. Poopy Butthole to be monster controller on turn 1. Then we go next turn. So now Troy Barnes is the monster controller, and then we reveal... I haven't shuffled these yet. 2 butcher cards. Draw +1 every monster turn. I guess he goes... I guess he does the first one first, right? In that order. Must be. Forbidden Light. When this comes into play, draw AI. Okay, so he draws another light. So here's an alert, which means something, but we can't interrupt on that one. Light radius. When a survivor ends their act in the light radius, they gain -1 strength token. What? Ends their act, so we have to move away from him. At the end of each monster turn, place a token on Forbidden Light. If Forbidden Light has 5+ tokens discarded, and all -1 strength tokens gained from Forbidden Light are gone. Okay. So it sticks around for 5 turns, but then we get rid of it for free. Rough. Okay. Gaze of Truth. Pick closest threat facing. And we have a choice. So we gain 1 insanity on Troy Barnes because we're picking him. Move and intimidate target. The butcher looms over the target mere inches from their face. If the butcher is adjacent to the target, roll 1d10, but he's not. Yeah, nice. He comes down here. He's not adjacent. The target suffers... What? On a result, if the target suffers brain damage equal to the monster's level, is knocked down, gains +2 understanding, and gains a random disorder. Okay. But it didn't happen. Then Hugh, closest threat facing. And again, we have a choice, so we can pick Troy. Sure. And... move. So now there is this arrow, and it's called a flow. And when there is a flow, and I'm just going to zoom in and point to it. It's that little arrow there. We are allowed to spend both dash and surge. So if we could disengage, he picks Troy, and then Troy could dash. Oh, but he can't run through survivor, so he would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and he would still be in range. So he would not be able to break line of sight currently. Yeah. Or he could surge, but we can't attack at range 2. Oh, he was here. Yeah. So he will be hit, which is fine. It's a speed 1, accuracy 3+, and he's got what, 4 evade, so he's gonna be hit on a 7 with that 1 die. Yeah. And it's a 1. Alright. If we were hit, we would have after damage, 3 damage is a lot, but then after damage, bleed 1 also, and bash, so target would be knocked down. Okay, glad that didn't happen. All in all, not the worst first turn. Janus is up, because this is the end of the next monster turn, so that was good. Okay. Now we gotta murder this guy. And we gotta move away from him as much as possible. I think we attack with Troy. We can surge. I think I will surge. That costs a survival, but we have the rawhide armor, so we are going to roll a die, and if we roll 6 or above, we get it back. Yep, boop. Then we're pretty high on survival. Let's go with the scrap sword. A perfect hit, it sharpens. Yeah, that's cool. And he rolls 2 dice. Less chances of drawing traps with this. Hits on 5s. No modifiers there. He's not like behind him or anything. That's 1 hit. Furious breastplate. +2 toughness to wound this location. Okay, so we are wounding on 7s. No critical thing. Lantern explosion. If the roll to wound hit if the roll to wound this hit location is at Lantern 10, your attack shatters one of the trophy lanterns hanging on the butcher's chest, causing a wailing explosion that sears your corneas. The attacker is knocked down and suffers blinded severe head injury. Oh, Jesus. Remove a miniature from dreaded trophies. Oh, okay. Which there are none, at least. But so here a 10 would be bad. Unless he had something on... This is a reroll. I'm gonna call it. 2. Okay, whatever, man. Didn't get it, and we didn't trigger the lantern explosion. Alright. That was his surge, which costs... Oh, yeah, we already did that. So now I think we are attacking... Now that was a surge action, so now we're attacking normally with the sword again, sure. Hitting on 5s, so no hits. Okay, get more lucky, Troy Barnes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving up here. Away from the forbidden light, right? Then, Wendy Corduroy. I was going to move into the blind spot even with the spear, I think. Oh, and we have to set up so that she can do... Let's say, move forward in a straight line. If you move 4 spaces, stop adjacent to the monster, and stop adjacent to the monster, it suffers knockback 1 and toughness -1 until the end of the round. Oh yeah, we're definitely doing that. Oh, we can't. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not adjacent then. So you like have to set it up with the spear. I'm just thinking about, should I move away and set up a slam? Or just accept that it doesn't happen here? Because we can stab at him from range 2 here with reach. 1, 2, 4, 5. We wouldn't be able to hit from there, so let's go here. And this way we stay out of the forbidden light. Wendy with King Spear rolls 2 dice. hitting on 6s, so 1 hit. Another one without a critical thing, but if we wound, then the butcher is knocked down and all survivors gain +1 courage. Nice. Okay, and she wounds on 5s. Give me that wound. Ah, Jesus. Failure. Perform basic action, target the attacker. God damn it. Basic action, targeting her. Then there's a flow, so she could move, because he's going to charge at her here. She can dash out of range. Where is she? Oh, this is Jenna's spear over here. Wendy Corduroy. Okay. 2 speed, accuracy 4 is not that bad. 1 damage, after damage, bleed 1. Okay, more bleed. Okay. We're sort of safeguarded against bleed, I guess. And I can dodge instead. The thing is, if I dash with her, then he is gonna dash run after, and then we're not gonna be able to hit him with Mr. Butthole's archery or Troy next turn. I think she's gonna stand her ground, and then he moves and attacks. Oh, that's also gonna give her the forbidden light thing, unless she dashes away after. No, she's gonna dash now. That makes more sense. Nothing there that combos with that. So she dashes away full speed, then he chases full speed. Which means that now Janus can't attack. Blue has moved. Red has moved. Oh, no. Before anything else goes, we will surge. Oh, maybe not. No, we'll wait, because she doesn't have a way to gain survival back. So maybe overspending that, it seems a little crazy. Janus moves up here and tries to pick up this acanthus plant. A die here. An 8. I believe that is gaining an acanthus. 1 fresh acanthus. Very nice. Strange resources. Get to reset it. Acanthus. For Janus. Very cool. We don't need it now, but we could always, if we can carry it back to base, we can make it into dried acanthus, which is great. And that deletes that terrain. And Mr. Poopy Butthole would not be able to attack from here, but I think he just moves up there and tries for the other acanthus. Gaining a 6. Acanthus. You find something tasty and consume it. If you do, gain +1 survival. And he already had full survival. I'm thinking about whether he could interrupt and spend his survival. I don't think so. Kind of interesting. He could dash, and then he gains a movement, and then he still has his action. No, he spent his action on picking up the acanthus. Never mind. Yeah, so we can't shoot with the bow this turn. It's guaranteed. That is the final move for us. We will say next turn. Then we draw 2 AI cards. Oh, I keep forgetting. I have not. At the beginning of each monster turn. Okay, so this is the first time it would happen. Yeah, we would pick up the hit location deck and reshuffle it. All right, good stuff. Yeah, we're doing all the things. So first is kick, closest threat in facing. Yeah, we've got one there. She can dash away again if she really wants to. She would be moved and attacked. Accuracy after damage, the target suffers knockback and gains the priority target token. And then the butcher pursues the target, performing a basic action after that. And then Hack City, closest threat facing, is going to happen to her too. For each hit, make an additional attack roll. Continue to roll until all attack rolls miss. If the target survives Hack City, legendary lungs. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. Speed 4? I don't know what to do. Speed 2. We have dodge available. We have dash. We can dash out of the first attack. No, we can't even. Oh yeah, if I move here. Let me just check. If I move there, he would not be able to reach her if we dash there. So then the kick. So then he would move and follow. And then we are out of dashes then. So then she would be. Because this knockbacks her. Is that bad? I think it would knock back her into the wall and knock her down, which is bad enough. And then she can be... Man, did she already dash this turn? No. It's the start of a new turn. Oh boy. I think we gotta dash out of this, because he also does a basic action after, and poor Wendy Corduroy can't take all that heat. -1, survival, dash. Okay, and so he chases as best as he can. That is the kick resolved. No, it's not. Then he performs a basic action still. Right, I don't think this is the one to dodge. So we are undoing that. He still gets the basic attack action thing. Insanity, this guy. He is just going balls to the wall. So he moves up. Then he does his kick. Crazy. Two speed. Oh, and doesn't hit. Okay, nice. And then he does the basic action. And she can interrupt again with a surge, maybe? She could surge right now, right? And maybe knock him down is what I'm thinking. And then he would stop the rest of his thing. Yeah, we are surging. Just in case we get to knock him down here and break his attack. There are hits. Only one hit. Did I shuffle it? The cleaver. Impervious. The attacker's heart is frozen with dread. Attacker gains +1 insanity. And that's it. Okay. Not good. Not what we needed. Can't. Impervious means it can't take damage on that hit. We are literally hitting him in the weapon here. So that was useless. Okay. And now he does the basic action. And she would... Oh, she did not get hit by the kick. Good. So no priority target either. Basic action then. Hitting on 4s, but she has evade 1, so 5s. Okay. With speed 2. Hitting 1. 1 hit low, or 1 attack here. 1 damage. And a bleed. I don't think we're dodging this one. I have a feeling there will be more dangerous attacks coming. And what was that? Waste. And she's plenty of armor. But the bleed. Ah, but we have the bandage. Right. Everything will be fine. Then it's Hack City time. Closest threat facing. Closest threat facing. Yeah. Checked, and it's Wendy. Then there is the flow where I am allowed to spend a survival action, but we can't dash out of range because we don't have the speed for that kind of thing. So I don't think there is any way around this. We have to suffer the thing. And he keeps hitting until she dies. But she's lots of armor. And then we get the legendary lungs thing, which I hope is a good thing for us. Otherwise, this is terrible. But let's see. He hits on 5s. So 1 out, 2 out. 2 hits so far. Waste and waste. Okay, he's focusing on her waist. Pervert. So then they go again. 1 out, 2 out. Okay. If the target survives, Hack City. Legendary lungs. Legendary lungs. That does not look like it's going to be good for me. The sensation of the butcher's attack is similar to drowning. Desperately, you gasp for air, only to be met with a mouthful of steel. The monster's attackers rain down on you, each blow faster than the last. You know what? He only hit me twice in this, so it wasn't that bad. Despite the attack lasting only a moment, things seem to slow down. You feel numb and isolated, as if trapped in an endless body of water. There is no hope of escape, just the pressure from above on your gasping lungs. As the pounding on your chest intensifies, you recall the even rhythm of the monster's heaving chest. There is a chance you will learn something. Nice. Alright, let's not dwell on it. Just roll. 3. Okay, you feel as if on the cusp of realizing something. It teases your mind before vanishing. Gain 3 survival. Nice. Oh man, we have drums, so we would go over there. Gain the legendary long secret fighting art. So close. Just one more, we would have gotten it. We could spend the lifetime reroll on this. Okay, let me see the legendary lungs secret fighting art. I know this is spoilerish, but we literally could try to reroll into it here. So just in case it's like the best thing of all time. Once per attack, for each successful hit, make an additional attack roll. Just like he did. Nice. I mean, that is badass. But what is the 1 and 2? You learn nothing. Okay, so there's no downside. 70% chance of getting that. But using the lifetime reroll, I don't. No. No, no, and no. But she gains survival back. Very nice. Okay. So then it's worth using a dodge on one of them because you get your survival back. Now we know for next time we see this card. We haven't done any damage to him yet. This is terrible. Alright. But we somehow are still alive here. Only taking damage on the waist of her. And we really gotta get her out of the spotlight here. But I think we go with her first. 2 dice with her spear. Hitting on 6s. Good. So 1 hit. Armored pick shoulder. Super dense. Meaning a frail weapon would break. But we don't have one of those. We got a crit, but there's no... I don't think there's crits on any of his cards. Which is kind of interesting, since I just picked up a luck item. So, yeah. But we got a wound on him. Nice. Okay. Then she wants to move away. And I think up this way. To sort of like get around him towards the other players. And Mr. Poopy Butthole can shoot from here, so he will. And he will use the surge action to... No, he can't surge and shoot because it takes 2 actions to shoot. So you can never surge and shoot. Aha. Just realized that just now. But you could surge in order to rawhide headband. I don't think that's worth it. He's going to be the encourager and stuff like that then. But this is 2 hits, isn't it? Catgut bow hitting on 7s. Yep. Yeah, no crits here. Furious Bellow. This would knock him down, so that would break his attack. Over here. Perform basic action attacking the attacker. The attack gains before damage Headhunter. And he is in range. So we can avoid that by being knocked down. Yeah. I'm wondering, it would be kind of nice, honestly, to have him charge in this direction. And there's going to be a flow on the basic action where we can dash away. And so we would break the attack. And then he would be positioned here for Troy to hit him. I think we're doing that. So we're doing this one over here first. But we managed to hit its wound, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. This is only in case of failure. One more wound on him. 2 wounds now. Good. And then we roll on the other one. A 1. Okay. And then he will... We don't have 3+ courage on Poopy Butthole. Close, but not quite. So, knock him down. And brain damage equal to master level. That is 1, but also a lunacy token, of course. The first one. Interesting. Yeah. All right. And let me see. Sorry, people are writing stuff on Discord. I'm busy. Red has acted. Green has acted and got knocked down. And got a lunacy token. Yep. And this one's gone. Genos. He could move in and attack, but he would suffer the Forbidden Light. Oh, I forgot about the Forbidden Light. Hold on. There's a token on Forbidden Light. At the end of his turn, and he has acted once since, right? Yeah. Because I've been avoiding it for 2 turns now. Maybe he doesn't care. Because we do have to wound the guy eventually. Mr. Genos goes in. Where is he? He's pretty weak. Do we have bleed on one dude? He could throw a founding stone at him, but oh, that does a critical wound, and this guy doesn't have critical wound slots, so that makes no sense. No. Backstabbing him with a dagger with little... Oh, no. You know what? He's so weak, and if he suddenly dies, then he becomes a dreaded trophy. Not happening. Then Troy could dash to get in range. Yeah, we're going to act with Troy. Move first, then dash, spending a survival, but rolling for the rawhide. Oh, didn't get it. The rawhide is so good just for that kind of stuff. And then we will move in, and he can tank him in the melee there. That'll be fine. So that's his dash, his normal move. Then he will surge, going for another attempt to regain it. Yeah, he gained it back with the rawhide. Do we do bone dagger? I think bone dagger time because we're down to 2. So he gets speed 3. The 4th here. Hitting on 7s, but 6s because it's backstabbing. So 3 hits. Okay, hopefully this guy doesn't have traps. No trap. Nice. The butcher's cape is decorated with the shriveled, screaming faces of its victims. Sounds fun. Yeah. Okay. Reflex, zone of death. All survivors in the zone of death suffer bash and knockback. Okay. That would break the attack. Failure. Turns to face the attacker and intimidate, dealing brain damage. Okay. Not so bad. This one we do last. Both of these are brain damage, which will start to trigger that lunacy thing. Alright, let's start here. A wound. And not a crit. No, the crits doesn't matter, right? A wound. Then over here. Wounding on what? 7s. Oh, so another wound. But this is a reflex, so attacker rolls 1d10. If the result is greater than their courage, they suffer brain damage. 6. And courage is 0. So, yeah. 1, and that is a lunacy token. And then the Furious Shoulder. That's another wound. But this one says Zone of Death. Oh, and this one can go diagonally. That's kind of rare. All survivors in the zone of death suffer bash and knockback 5. And bash is just knocked down, so back here he goes. When were you knocked down, Poopy Butthole? I forget. Oh, when you shot at him, I think. Yeah, must have been. So this turn. And now we have 2 people down. One of them is Troy, though, so he can't do the rawhide drum. Oh, he should have done encourage first. I don't think we want to be knocked down, so we are going to spend some survival somewhere in here. But Janus, I don't know what to do with him. I don't dare throw him in the mix. He's going to run up here. Okay, and who spends survival? Wendy spends a survival to get Troy up, and then Troy spends a survival, but has a chance to gain it back. To get Poopy Butthole up. Okay, and he didn't get it back. Did I wound him with that? I think I did. Oh, I should be better at keeping track of that. And then fast target means that he will put those back on his deck and shuffle. And to put your AI cards, what do we get? Infinite kick. Closest threat in facing, there is none. Then closest threat, oh, poor Vendy. Okay, move and attack. Accuracy +4, 4+. After damage, the target suffers knockback and gains the priority target token. And then draw AI again. Man, he likes drawing cards, this guy. And then backhand. All survivors in the impact zone. Big target. No target, then menace. That's his instinct. Yeah. And then in clockwise order, attack each survivor in the impact zone. If there are no survivors in the impact zone, menace. So a menace was what? Turn the butcher towards to face the closest survivor. The survivor gains suffers 1 brain damage, so closer to the lunacy thing. Ah, boy, we could dash out of this if I want to, but it's not that bad of an attack, and it's not going to avoid the draw AI thing. So I think we will suffer it. It is Wendy. Yeah. Then the attack is speed 2, hitting on 5s because she has evade 1. That's 2 hits. Okay. I guess they roll at the same time because he gets knocked back, but I mean, she's not going to be knocked back twice, right? That's actually a good question. Are they rolled at the same time? Yeah, they must be because we always do that. But I wonder, like, when I do damage, you know, and then I knock back the monster, then it cancels the rest of my hits. It probably isn't the same for the monster. That would be too kind. So we are going to rule in favor of the monster here and do both of the damages. Don't roll waste again. Hey, we didn't. Nice. So that is on Wendy, body and arms. Knock back 5. And the priority target token. Poor Wendy. Poor Wendy. At least she's the tanky one of them. And then draw AI, which we can't. So we are going to do this. Then discard this one. Backhand then. Anything to note here? It's another kick. Okay, all survivors in the impact zone. There are none. Then menace. And menace again was turn the butcher towards the closest survivor. That would be now this guy over here. Poor Janus now. He gains a brain damage. Yeah, gains a brain damage. Say that. That means also a lunacy. Not there, but here. Then, in clockwise order, Oh no, that's always been skipped because he menaced. Yep. Then the next card, Kick says closest threat in facing. Yeah, Janice, that's gonna be you. Oh, he might want to dash out away from this. It's not that bad. The targeting here. Oh, but hold on. Closest threat facing, sure, but there's a priority target token in that direction. So, Janice, you are skipped. And we could dodge this with the dash again, but come on, he's just gonna do basic action after. We could go over here, and the goal would be to be knocked when he does the basic action. Now, the problem, yeah. See, we're gonna be knocked back up here if she gets kicked, and then she's so far away from everyone else. She needs to like get back to the group. But I don't think we are spending more of her survival. Oh, she did get extra. Are we dodging? Yeah, maybe we dodge the. Would she get knocked down? Yeah, she would collide with the wall and get knocked down. God damn it! So she's gotta do the survival right now and dash. Oh, I never flipped the turn. So dash now. With the one survival. She will run here. Yeah, that'll give her out of range for the first attack here. He comes up this way. That's his move and attack target. Then there's another flow. We don't have another. We could stab with the spear in this flow for the surge. But she's running low on that survival. I'm gonna do it. So, King Spear on 6s. 2 hits. Okay, let's get something good. Knock him down. Knock him down. Cleaver. No, you're kidding me. Double. There's 2 of them? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he has 2 cleavers. So she gains 2 insanity. Lucky her. I guess this is kind of like him blocking with the cleavers. That's kind of cool, honestly. I really like that. Kind of interesting that it gives us insanity, but whatever. Really cool little mechanic. And then that was the flow. So now he moves and attacks. And she loses the priority target token, but she's been targeted now. And then he does the basic action, hitting on 5s. 2 hits. Each will give a bleed and 1 damage. So now we gotta start looking at that bandage, I think. This turn. And 2 waste hits again. So she's down to 0 waste armor. Ah, crap. Okay. Well, I mean, I can't really do anything about it. And we're gonna see these a lot. We add a token over here now. That guy. I love this fight. It's so intense, and he's definitely different than every other monster we've fought, or the 2 other monsters we've. Wendy is attacking first, and then she's gonna run to the group. Getting 1 hit in. Wound. Oh, we can knock him down here. Do it, Wendy. On a 5. Oh, and it's a crit hit. Not that it matters. A wound, and he is knocked down. Take that, you son of a bitch. Oh, that's so good. And all survivors gain +1 courage, which I think will have a trigger. Right? Didn't someone? Yeah, poopy butthole. Oh, that's understanding. Courage. Courage triggers. I believe that can happen. Yeah, bold here. It can happen in the showdown phase. Triumph. The essential difference between man and monster is a gap no human can overcome. You accept this and tap into a deep well of deranged fortitude, gaining the following ability and roll on the table below. Stalwart. Ignore being knocked down by brain trauma and intimidation actions. Stalwart. ignore knockdown from trauma intimidation. Okay, that's nice. And you roll on the charge. Yeah, you roll on the little charge. Okay. Gaining a thing. 3. +1 strength token, not permanent. You have to roll high to get permanent. Okay. 1 strength for this fight. That's fine. Okay. Butcher, that was her attacking, and she knocked the beast down. Think I took an AI card off already, and I gotta be better at keeping an eye on that. This is her acting. She has already surged. She's going to 1, 2, 3. No, she's gonna straight up move all the way back there, because then next turn she has the option of charging back in. I'll put her here, and getting the. Oh no, yeah, that's not enough. We need to charge in a straight line in order to get the skewer. We haven't been able to do that a single time yet. The slam here. Full more forward in a straight line, and you need to move at least 4 and stop next to the adjacent to the monster. Okay, now we are gonna go in. He can't react while knocked down, so we will definitely move in with Genos here. Stab with the little daggers. Hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Oh. I was supposed to shuffle the deck. I'm gonna keep that thing because we've already gone through it, but the rest should technically have been shuffled. So let's draw 3 from the top here. That's my bad. No traps. Oh, what am I saying? Here we have a trap. Oh, then he stands back up, right, when we draw a trap. Fun. So that was all of that knockdown. And then what does it say here? Overpower. The butcher explodes in a burst of ferocity. The attacker is doomed. All survivors in Zone of Malice gain 1 bleeding token and suffer 5 knockback. Jesus. Okay. Oh, and I forgot about the other bleed. Oh, did I not add the bleed? I did not add the bleed here before. And Genos gets 1. Oh, so yeah, we really gotta get the bandage to her, and I've completely neglected that. But now he is going to charge and attack him. Oh, man. We knocked him down, and then this happens. And a basic action targeting the attacker. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself here. He starts his basic action. We may want to dash out of that, is what I'm thinking. Yeah. We'll dash 5 over there. And he comes down this way. His basic action there. And that is the end of Genos' turn. Just a dash. Good. Troy Barnes ain't scared of nothing. So come in. Oh no. First shoot with Poopy Butthole. Nine and 2, that gives us, just checking, yeah, 1 hit. That's the cleaver, fun. 1 insanity gained. Then that was his, and he can't surge and do it again. It's not a thing. Yeah, okay. And then Troy. 1, 2, 3. And I want him to be in facing. I want him to take aggro right now. We kind of need that. So, yeah, that's good. Troy here, and he goes with his daggers in order to try to gain some more survival here. And no survival gained, but there is a hit. Furious ram braces, and we get punished if we fail to wound. But we technically landed a crit, but not that it matters. Okay, do we surge and try to stab again? I think so, because it's the daggers. It's so good. There's a chance of just regaining the... First of all, there's a chance of regaining the survival immediately. We didn't. We have to spend it, and then we might still gain it back here. Is that a 4? No, it's not. That's a reroll. Oh, and we gained the perfect hit. And 7 is a hit, so 2 hits. Oh, and we gained 1 survival. The Butcher's Cave is decorated with the shriveled, screaming faces of its victims. We still get to try to wound at least, but we might suffer some brain damage. And what is this? Oh, there's a critical wound thing. Furious Scrag, death blow. If the butcher is killed at this location, it is beheaded. Curiously, its lifeless body remains standing. The survivors rejoice and the moment changes them forever. Each survivor may select either one permanent evasion or permanent accuracy. Add +2 to the result of your roll for the butcher's rewards in the aftermath. Amazing. Or we can get, if we land a critical wound, we can say the butcher is shocked. This is the only butcher hit location with a critical wound. Oh, and there's a spelling error. Huh? Whatever. Wound effect, and thus the only location that can be critical wound. Yeah. You may gain the Mighty Strike Fighting Art. Ooh. Get it? Troy? I don't think we can get the Killing Blow here because he's got enough hit points to survive it, but we might still get the crit. Nah. And with the daggers, we crit on 7, or wound on 7. So another wound. Nice. We're getting pretty close. He's down to 3. Very nice. Didn't get the awesome effect. Unfortunate. Then Thick Cape is not a wound, and he reflexes and does attacker rolls 1d10. If we roll higher than courage, we suffer brain damage. So 1, and that is another lunacy token. So he is a 2. Okay, and that was his surge action, so he is all done. Okay. Then green. Didn't green shoot? I was supposed to be better at keeping track. I'm pretty sure green has shot. I messed up my whole system here. I'm gonna bank on green having shot because I would have done that first. Yeah, for sure. What am I forgetting? I feel like first is next turn. Then it's the fast target at the beginning of each monster turn. So we this deck, put it there, reshuffle. Then he needs to draw 2 AI cards. So there. Infinite Kick. Closest threat facing and draw AI. So he's literally going to draw his entire deck every turn from here on out. Fun. Closest threat and facing. That would be Troy Barnes. We can move out or we can surge. I don't want to surge. He has a chance of getting it back in so many ways. I will do it. Might knock him down. We didn't get it back for free, but now we're attacking with the daggers. We didn't get it, the survival back at all. That's unfortunate. I mean, it's probably... I mean, it's more than 50% chance because the first chance is a 50%. And then we have more chances. So we definitely have more than 50% chance of it just coming back. Never mind though. We are hitting once. Knock him down. Knocking off balance. -2 toughness until the end of the round. Oh, that would be nice if we... Wounding on 7s. We didn't. So then we fail. The butcher effortlessly shoves the attacker away. Full move towards the attacker. already there. If the butcher ends it moving adjacent to the attacker, they suffer knockback 5. That'll knock him into the wall, and that causes a collision. So he is knocked down, which means that we immediately, and that I don't think that can be questioned at all, we need to say, get back up, you idiot, because we don't want him to be murdered by this here. Infinite kick will then move forward, like that. Speed 2, yeah. But hitting on 8. Because Troy has evade 4. So that is not a hit. 7 and 4, yeah. Then he draws AI. Discard this one, then kick. Closest threat facing, yeah. There's a flow. We could attack with Mr. Poopy Butthole with the fist and tooth. That seems like a bad idea. Maybe dash away. Oh yeah, because he's gonna be backhanded in a minute. Yeah. So let's just do it right now. Dash away. And Jenna's would be backhanded. So I think he also dashes. And he's gonna dash towards Wendy, who needs the bandage. So that's good. Leaving poor Troy alone, but he can handle himself. Alright, so then move and attack target. He's already next to him. Speed 2. The thing. Oh, nice. Okay, he completely failed that. And he hits on 8s. I wonder if there's like a maximum amount of evade I can have. A lantern 10 is always a hit. So like the monster will always hit on a 10. But I could probably get it to that point, especially with the written dancer. It's going to be even more intense. Lovely. The butcher pursues the target, perform basic attack action. Okay, so he then goes again with speed 2. Yeah, fine. Hitting on 8. Not hit. Backhand then. Pick all survivors in the impact zone. There's only one. In clockwise order, attack each survivor in the impact zone if there are no survivors. Then speed 1, accuracy 4 plus, so 8. Okay, so he does a lot of attacks, but they are honestly pretty bad accuracy, so that's why we can stand against it. Didn't hit. Nice. Not like the lion, remember? That always hits. This is very different. And that's his entire deck. He's going to draw the entire deck every turn. He gets a token up on that one. Oh, I have not. I don't think I think we've ended one turn next to it with Troy. I'm going to bank on that being the case. At least one. So we're giving him a strength minus right now. I think that's only fair. Okay. Makes it even harder for him to wound, by the way, which is kind of bad. We might want to go with the sword, but at the same time he needs survival. I think, yeah, he combos so much off of having survival. Yeah. Alright, anyway, it's our turn. Thing is set up correctly. Yep, okay. Troy goes first. Troy will stab with daggers. Get me that. Sweet, sweet. Perfect hit. Yep, we got a survival. Hitting on 7, so only one hit. Furious Ram Braces. And the new adjusted is hitting a wounding on 8 here. Oh, we got it. Okay, nice. Get rid of one of these AI cards. And I may have to pause because I'm not sure what's going to happen once he wants to draw extra AI cards when he only has one, or yeah. I'm not sure if he can go through his entire deck and like do the same card multiple times per turn. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll find that out in a second here. This one didn't do anything good other than get us a wound. Then he moves over here. Not getting a lantern thing. Poopy Butthole will shoot. Blue has moved. Green is moving. I think we're getting close to the finish line here. We can do this. Oh, 2 hits with the catgut bow. Very cool. And here's the death blow. Oh, we can't get the death blow here. Close, though. But we can knock him down here and gain courage. Sure. Oh, no, we're rolling on the crit one first. Because there's a failure here. Yeah, that would have been bad. So we gain the wound over there. Oh, whoops. Yeah, just in case. And then we are doing the Furious God here. 5. I think that's still... wound. Oh, he gained +1 strength for this encounter here, so he wounds on 3s. Knocking the Butcher down. Very cool. Gaining a courage for everyone again. Amazing. That triggers more courage milestones. Courage here. There. Courage there. 2 more. Let's start from left to right. Wendy Corduroy has become courageous. She will get the stalwart thing again. So we will copy that. Put that there. And that'll be the same for Jenna's then. Nice. Okay. Boss fights give you courage. At least this one does. Then for Wendy, a 9 is 1 permanent strength. Amazing. Boop. Then for Janice, 8 is 1 permanent strength. Alright, things are starting to look up. Very good. Making those characters a little bit more cooler and interesting. And the Butcher is currently knocked down. Blue and green has moved. I still think we should play it safe here, though. Let me see. From here. Over there. Janus will spend his action to remove 2 bleed tokens from Wendy. So she doesn't... Like I said, if she ever goes to 5 bleed, then you die. And she only needed 2. She can gain them in 1 turn for sure. So we are getting rid of that. And her action, she didn't do an action. Could have, before the other one guy does his thing. Yeah, she will do Screaming Horns, which I don't think does anything. Yeah, because everyone's insane. Then that means everyone gets +1 movement for this turn. So she could also move 1 more space. But then she wouldn't be next to him. That's fine. Go here. And then he moves next to her and heals her. Yeah, he's not attacking the downed Butcher, I know, but I wanted to get rid of those bleeds. It is the right play. And also, Janus doesn't want to be in base contact with the Butcher if he can avoid it. We've seen that Troy can handle it on his own. At the start of the turn, for the Butcher, of the hit location deck, we will draw... Is there only 1 AI card remaining? Oh. Right, so I need to pause and read what happens here. Alright, I have found, with a bit of help from outside, we have some hot people in the Discord providing me with some assistance on the sideline, and I have been pointed to this page here, where it says playing AI cards, and then at the very end here it says if there are no further actions on a card, the card is resolved, discard the AI card, placing it face down, blah blah blah. And then he would draw again. So in fact, I've been doing it wrong. We're not supposed to draw 2 cards, look at them, and then resolve going top to bottom. We draw 1, do the whole thing, discard it, then draw again. It's important because the infinite kick, which we know is over here, let me just find it. I had a question of whether or not that would infinitely loop at this point in the game, but no, right? Because you go through the whole card if you imagine that there were no kick here and it was the only card on the deck. You would go through the entire thing, and when you get to the draw here, there's nothing to draw, and then it would be discarded. So you wouldn't draw it again in that same action and infinitely kick. I was kind of worried that that would happen, but no, no, no. No, but the kick will be played twice in a turn right now, which isn't that bad. Honestly, this is probably, okay, he does the basic attack action as well when we do this. So it ain't exactly good for us, but whatever. That's fine. I never got around to doing it, did I? So pick target. Closest threat facing. There are none. Then closest threat is Troy. So Troy is being targeted. Does he want to spend a flow? No. Or in a survival? No. We just go in. We will say move and attack target. Speed 2. Hitting on 8. Getting 1 hit in this time. He hit us? No. What? Bullshit. Oh, and that's kind of bad. We could dodge this one, because that would knock down both of these guys with the collision. And he would also get priority target token, which we don't care about that, but being knocked down would be nasty. And that would require survival to get back up anyway, so let's just do it. Yep. Oh, and he has a chance to get that back immediately. Oh yeah, nice. Definitely worth it. Then the butcher pursues the target, perform basic action, and that'll just be 2 attacks. Hitting on 8. One hit. This die was stumbling, and that annoys me. 1 damage to a random hit location. Can't dodge anymore, but I think we're okay. 1 hit, and then 1 bleed though, right? Yeah, 1 bleed. So that obviously isn't fun, but we are only at 1 bleed token on 3 different characters. So it's not like we're about to die here. It's going to be fine. Then the kick is discarded. Then he has to draw a card. Then he draws the kick. All right. Fun. Pick target, closest threat in facing. Hey, Troy. Get knocked down, I guess. On an 8. Oh, he landed a 10. So yeah, this time we can't dodge. We've already dodged. So yeah, he will be dealt 1 damage. And this guy can seriously dish out a lot of damage per turn. 1 in the arms. Then boom, boom, boom. I'm blanking. I'm getting tired here, so I should stop playing after this. But he would be knocked back. Oh, and he doesn't stop right here. He goes all the way back there, but there's a collision on the path, so then they both get knocked down. Oh, which is kind of bad. This is honestly really, really bad, because this is gonna hurt Mr. Poopy Butthole. Because now there's a priority target token that is being added here. So he's gonna ignore Mr. Poopy Butthole. Then the butcher pursues the target, basic action. Targeting the same guy, Troy, who is now knocked down, but we could get him back up. Because I don't know with evade and knockdown survivors. It's always hitting on 3s on butchers on monsters when they are knocked down. But is that the same for survivors? I don't actually know. And the answer is no. The survivors are still allowed to use their full evade when they are knocked down. Good stuff. So he is going for that basic attack action on poor old Troy. Yeah, no reason to use encourage on him right now, I think. Yeah. And he would hit on 8s. I also just checked. There is no cap on evade, by the way. So we are good to go. We can get evade as high as we want. And of course, the monster will always hit on 10s. So yeah. There's no hit here. Good. Kick is discarded again. This was the 2nd time. And we will put another token on Forbidden Light. I don't know if we ended next to the butcher with Troy last turn. I'm gonna bank on it haven't. Otherwise, I think I would have if I could. I wish I was better at remembering it. So I'm gonna penalize myself by giving myself an extra strength token here. We're missing a hit location. That there. Okay. We're getting close to the kill. If we can wound him one more time, then we get rid of the kick, and then we at least will only see the basic attack action every turn, which is happening anyway. He's just attacking twice right now. Sorry, 4 times instead of 2. So we would really, really like to hit him this turn and wound him. We will think by destroy bonds of negative strength. That is definitely incorrect. Some misclicks here probably. I don't think he had more than one. Oh no. What am I saying? That's from the strength tokens, right? Okay, everything's fine. I think I have forgotten to move the. Oh no, I'm not sure I even had. We had used a dash that turn. No, that was last turn. Yeah, that was definitely last turn. And then dodge this turn. You. Oh, I messed it up. Oh well, I don't think it was really important. We're not going to be spending a lot. We will, however, do an encourage on Troy, which we can't do with the guy who's down. So we're going to encourage him first to get him up. So we encourage Mr. Poopy Butthole, who then encourages Troy. And then that's off turn. So now we need to start taking turns. Wendy is sort of back, but not able to reach. We don't have to go first with her. We would like to try to get that special hit location, you know. Who has the best crit chances? Not Troy. So I think Troy goes first. He will attempt to... do we go for dagger or sword here? I think we have less of a chance of actually wounding. Oh, he's got very low strength now. Look at that. We want to wound once to get rid of that stupid thing. So I think we're using the sword. We got a hit in. Scrap sword hits on 5, yeah. Furious ram braces. Okay, we want to wound here on a 7 up. Please. Didn't get it. 1. Then basic action, target the attacker before that with a headhunter. Okay. Oh, already bleeding. Basic action with headhunter. God damn it, man. So much bleeding. At least we're dodging really effectively, because honestly, if we got hit more, this would be real bad. But we didn't get hit again. Good stuff. So that was Troy's turn. He can still surge for another attack. So I will. And try to get that survival back. We didn't. Okay. Then I think it's dagger time, so we get some survival back. We didn't, but we did land a hit. 2 hits. We're not seeing the critical hit location. Reflex. Oh, he smashes everything around him, including poor old Mr. Poopy Butthole here, if we do that one. Furious Bellow, Reflex, the Butcher unleashes a deep guttural roar. He would be knocked down, which means no more hit locations triggered. Oh, has Courage for 3. We have Courage for 3, but not with you. Specifically Troy Barnes. Okay, Troy Barnes goes for that one. Does not get the wound because his scrap sword is debuffed by him having low strength currently. So then the reflex happens, and he suffers 1 brain damage. So he is now frenzied. Hold on. Gaining 1d5 insanity. Divided by 2 here. 2. Always roll low on that. 2. Then he gains +1 speed token, 1 strength token, ignores slow and melee weapons, may not spend survival. Right. May not use fighting arts, so he loses the rhythm chaser bonus, evade token. May not use weapon specialization or weapon mastery, can be gained multiple times. Okay. 1 strength and 1 speed. He has so many tokens. And is knocked down. Oh, and he's not a priority target anymore, by the way. But he's knocked down. And that ends his attack action here. Okay. Remove them all and suffer the frenzy brain trauma. Okay, so he can get it again, I guess. He can be even more frenzied, I suppose. Interesting. Because he can regain those tokens. Huh. Unlikely to happen in this fight, but it technically could happen in a game. Okay. I will just say right now, if we don't manage to actually wound him before the end of this round, then Genos will use his founding stone to get that guaranteed wound and make sure that the kick is discarded. Before we do that, I think I will attack with Poopy Butthole, just using Fist and Tooth here in melee, and then he can move away. Kind of risky, but there's that chance. Fist and Tooth doesn't hit anything, moves away. That's green. Now red, Wendy, she could dash to make it there. And she has good crit chances, which is why I want to do it. So we will dash, spend the survival. Come over here. Then she does her actual action. That's going to be a slam. Full move towards the guy. Oh, 1, 2, 3. She came from here. Did she? She's not able. Oh, no. She can stop here with her dash. And then move 5. Oh, God. Well, that's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Move there. Then she is slamming him. Stop adjacent to monster. It suffers knockback 1. It would be knockback into Troy Barnes. And then he gets knockback 5 over here. And also knocked down. But he's already down. And then she may move 1. Which doesn't really matter. She just stays here. Oh, she can move into the blind spot with that move. Yeah. Then with King Spear, the thing is I don't want her to do 2 damage. I want her to do... Well, yeah, no, that's fine. She is hitting with the spear now in melee. She gains extra strength for this attack. Okay, so there's 1 hit. We're hitting on 5s. 1 hit. She has +2 strength for this attack. She normally wounds on 4s, so that'll be 2s. He's got -1 toughness, so that's 1s. But you cannot wound on a 1, and 1 is always a miss. So she just wounds on 2s here. But this thing has +2 toughness to woundless location. And if we roll a lantern 10, we would be blinded. Please don't. Use this die here. Don't do the lantern 10. Oh, I thought for a second. Okay. The kick is out. Everything's fine. Now, let me think. Am I going to peek at that card? I am. Because I would like to set it up so that we get this here. The butcher is killed at this location. That happens even if I also critically wound, is my thinking. Yeah, it will. I'm thinking about whether we are throwing a founding stone at him, guaranteeing that hit, and maybe even the crit. It's 1 in 11, so a little bit less than 10% chance of getting the kill with that specific thing. And there's 20% chance that we draw a cleaver. If we let him live, he is going to close the survivor in field of view. He can't see Wendy, so that'll be Troy currently, which is fine. He's not close to death or anything. But next turn, he will have these 4 cards back in his deck, and that lowers the chances of us drawing that specific hit location. I'm going to throw a founding stone at him. We're filling up all of our equipment slots anyway at some point, so let's just start getting rid of these usables. So we return it to the game box, then we spend action to sling the stone from anywhere on the board. Archive this card for 1 automatic hit that inflicts a critical wound. Yeah. It wasn't the one that we wanted. I'm gonna shuffle the deck because I did look at it, so you guys knew. This makes it more exciting. No more redoing or anything. This is it. This is the final one. Can we get it? Nah. I should be so lucky. Alright, he is wounded for the final time, killing him. He never got rid of the Forbidden Light. I may have missed around with that. But in that case, I didn't mean to. Alright. Let me find the Butcher. Showdown Butcher. Aftermath. Victory. The Butcher is an inspiration. Okay, sure. Any victorious survivor may immediately select axe weapon proficiency regardless of age milestones. Any accrued ranks of weapon proficiency are lost when switching to a new weapon type. Fair enough. So you get 1 hunt XP and +1 weapon proficiency level or plus star axe proficiency levels. Not sure what that means. Star. I wonder if you immediately go to the next tier. Plus star. I am gonna pause it. And of course, the star means the level of the monster, which isn't super well indicated anywhere, but this symbol means level of monster in most cases. I wonder if we can spot that somewhere. No references to that anywhere immediately here, but whatever. So that means if we were fighting a level 2 Butcher, we would get 2 proficiency for X levels if we select that reward. And I think we should give some X proficiency levels. Why wouldn't we? We can choose a new one when we get 200 XP on a guy, but until they get to that point, might as well. Except some of them might want to choose something different here, like a spear for you. 100 XP there, 100 XP there. So you get X here for sure. You get X here. Like, there's literally no reason to not pick it, because we can get, when we get to 100 XP level 2, we can just select a new type and start over with a different weapon proficiency. But we don't have to. And then I think immediately select weapon proficiency, and then you get weapon proficiency level, so they also get to learn about it immediately. Not too shabby. So now we probably want to forge an axe or craft an axe. Sounds like a good idea to me. Then rewards. Okay, and the rewards. Roll 1d10 and add the butcher's level to the result. The group gains any listed resources or gear. Add them to the settlement storage. Don't roll a 1, I guess, or 2. 1d5 broken lantern resources. Butcher's cleaver rare gear. What? Use? Oh, and hunger flesh lose to regrow. One dismembered limb right now only. Oh, okay. Oh, but that would have been badass to have that saved up. And a Forsaker mask rare gear falls to the ground. Oh, but that's okay. 13 plus. Defeated. All right. Roll 1d10. The butcher's cleaver sounds like an axe, doesn't it? So let's get that shit. Give it to me. Oh. A 10. Are you kidding me? We are so lucky right now. Butcher's cleaver rare gear 1d5 broken lantern resources. Okay, I'll take that. That's 1. And a hunk of living flesh. We can regrow 1 dismembered limb right now. We do not have any dismembered limb, but thanks for the offer. I'll take that rare gear though. Don't mind if I do. Butcher's cleaver. Please tell me that's an axe then. Yeah, it is. All right, and it's paired, so you can have multiple of it. Oh, this is good. I don't even know what it does yet. Sentient must be insane to activate. Nice. Irreplaceable. When you die, archive this card. Interesting. Is it cursed? No. Because there are some cursed items that are bound to a character. Alright. 1 out of 2. Oh, there's 2 different ones. Yeah, you can have the left and the right. Awesome. All right, we'll put it there for now. And then 1 broken lantern resource, which is these things here. But not a lot of other loot. So it's not like we can't even innovate this year. That's not going to happen. Huh. Yeah. But that was a freaking cool fight. I loved that, and I'm scared for when we have to face level 2 butcher. We're never going to see the level 1 butcher again. It's like a one-time thing. But we will meet the level 2 butcher in year 16. So they're gonna give us some preparation time. That should give you an indication of how strong that guy really is, I think. Oh, I'm coming down from that high right now. That was... Oh. Alright, sorry about that. You guys wouldn't know, but I had a phone call, so I am a little bit off base here, but I think we got to the Survivor's Return thing. Yep. We did all the rewards. We have given Hunt XP, and I guess I didn't give weapon proficiency there. She reaches the tier for... I'm most confused by the check milestones thing over here. Check any milestone story events when their conditions are satisfied from this step on. But surely, I mean, it doesn't really matter for the Hunt XP, so we'll just do it right now. Wendy Corduroy has reached tier 2 here. Tier 1, sorry. She gains... Okay, first of all, you're supposed to roll 2 dice, and also that thing was crooked. I hate crooked dice. That's a non-crooked dice. We get 10, so that's 1 random fighting art. Good. Fighting arts are fun, so draw that. Oh. Shuffle. Oh, they're here. I always draw the deck over there, but there's a deck right here, so I don't have to redraw the deck in every time and delete it. Champion's Right. Before making an attack, you may add your understanding to the accuracy attribute for that attack. Limit once per showdown. Okay, but still cool. She doesn't have a lot of understanding yet, but she can get that. Nice. Don't mind if I do. And we will specialize in spear for her because we need a new spear specialist. So we have 2. and have someone else who can use the screaming armor set and so forth, so on and so forth. Good. That was that. Then we will return over here because I do want to get this rest of the stuff here underway. We are a little bit over time, maybe. Delete that, delete that, delete that. Haunted goes out. We draw a new settlement event. Nickname. Every returning survivor gets a nickname. Hey, each roll 1d10 on all 3 tables below. Add the nickname to the survivor's current name. Between the first and the surname, a survivor may only be nicknamed once in a lifetime. Each rolls 1d10 on all 3 tables below. What? I don't get it. How can you get more than one? Oh, foolish coward of darkness or of the lantern. Dingle sneak. Okay, sure. That's a fun at least. All right. 1d10 on all 3 tables below. So from left to right, or from left to right is bottom to top to bottom. Right? So 2, 6, and 2. 2 dingle, 6 dingle fool of the lantern. Sure. Wendy dingle fool of the lantern. It doesn't fit. Corduroy. Sure. And it doesn't affect her. There are some of them apparently have effects, but not all of them. Okay, sure. Silly old game. All right, same system here. Left to right, top to bottom. Oh. What? Triple 10? No way. Shining Hero of the Phoenix. Mr. Poopy. Mr. Poopy. Shining Hero of the Phoenix. Mr. Poopy Butthole. The hero. So he gains 1 permanent accuracy, 1 permanent strength, and 1 permanent speed. Just like that. That is ridiculous. I love it. And then with the bow. We gotta get him a better bow at that point. But he's gonna shoot 1 extra arrow with it nonetheless. And wounding on, well, high. Heal and reset, heal and reset, heal and reset. Okay. Let's continue in that pattern, please. That sounds good to me. I don't mind. 10, 10, 10. Oh, another 10. All right. So, Shining Savior of the Lantern. Troy. Shining. What was it? Savior of the Lantern. Gaining +1 permanent accuracy. Nice. All right, no ones so far. Let's keep up the system. All right. Dingle Savior of the Lantern. Janus. Dingle Savior of the Lantern. Sure. That's a fun little event. And very beneficial for us. So that's a really positive event. And lingering effects requires pictograph, which we don't have. But then we can rename what's spending 1 organ, gain a nickname, roll on the tables above. Oh, nice. And you may... Oh, if you roll 1, otherwise you may change your first name. All right, probably wouldn't waste time on that anyway. So that there. Then we still have to do some timeline stuff. We are done with number 4, but oh. Much stuff. Do we do it now or next episode is what I wonder, because these episodes get so long. Okay, Hands of Heat. I want to do it now. Hands of Heat, the mystery of the lantern's glow. If the settlement already innovated lantern oven, skip this event and roll on the lantern branding table. Otherwise, proceed with hands of heat below. We will. One lucky day, a clumsy accident knocks a lantern free from the towering lantern horde. A sudden flash of heat bathes the survivors as the lantern crashes to the ground. Now shattered, the lantern light dies, but the seed of an idea begins to grow. Nominate a survivor. They gain +1 courage and experiment with lanterns. Understanding is what we needed here. Let's give it courage to Troy, so that he hits that mark and gets bold in the settlement phase, which I haven't tried yet. Matchmaker. When you are returning survivor, once per year you may spend endeavor to intimacy. Do we have endeavors already, by the way? Yeah, we do. And I feel like we were getting an extra endeavor from something, but I don't remember what that would be. At the, here, but when you are returned, so he may come home and bang, basically, is what you're saying to me. That's kind of fun. Return triumphantly. All right, game. This is such a good game. I love it, man. This is so fun. Game +1 understanding for Troy. He understands women then, I suppose. Good stuff, game. Good stuff. And he could do that with Sansa when he comes home, so then they can make wonder babies for us. Lovely. I will just write for now matchmaker. Courage. Yeah, okay. It's dark right here, so I can't really see my keyboard. Okay, he is our nominated survivor, so he experiments with lanterns. We roll 1d10. Don't want to waste time reading all of this. A 2. Fantastic. An agitated lantern shatters in the survivor's face. Badly burned and disfigured, the survivor is exiled from the settlement as an inhuman monster. What? However, the other survivors learn something from the strategy. Your settlement gained the lantern oven innovation -1 population. I suppose that has to be Troy Barnes. Whoops. Add Bone Witch to the timeline 3, lantern 3. Okay. 1, 2. There's not room for anything more. I'm not sure what we are going to do here. I'll Bone Witch. Yeah, not sure what's going to happen with that. We add Lantern, Oven, Innovation, Search. Oven? Ammonia consequence, but we get it for free here. Heat. Oh, we get heat, finally. That's required for a lot of stuff, crafting. By agitating lanterns, a source of heat becomes available to the server. Departing survivors gain +1 survival. 2 on that. Good stuff. Alright, that's that event. Yeah, next time we would get lantern branding if we already had that thing. And then I think I'm gonna cut it here because I also need to look up what happens with once we do Gorm, Climate, and Rivalry, because they will add to the timeline, but there's no room on the timeline down. No, they would add here. Okay, never mind. A Crone's Tale. Ooh, an actual like story event. A Crone's Tale. One day, the survivors gathered around an old crone that had decided to share a secret. I forgot to kill Troy, but I will. In her foolish youth, she had played inside a foul-smelling carved ball. Interesting. Before she knew what had happened, the ball rolled away with her trapped inside. She tumbled in its stomach-churning darkness for what seemed like days. The ball rolled to a sudden halt. She crawled out into a hushed glade, Strange plants twisted up between her grasping fingers and bloomed in lurid colors. It came soundlessly from the trees, thorny, flowering vines bursting from the ground where it tread, and the glade was aglow from its strange light. Although she swore never to reveal her meeting with the strange knight in her dotage, she could not resist the temptation to visit the glade again. The survivors followed her into the dark. Along the way, she told them of the glade's seductive beauty and the wondrous creature that guarded it. Finally, they reached a gleaming gate that set the keen survivors' teeth on edge, at once repulsing and pulling at something deep in the pits of their stomach. The crone stood before it, determined. Her old skin sagged further, and her eyes filled with pain as the gates swung open. Painfully, the crone led them through the shifting forest to the glade. There, on its downy grasses, she lay down. The survivors gathered worriedly around her. With her final breath, a ghostly glowing flower burst from her papery lips, its delicate bloom fragrant with untold power. Nominate a survivor in the settlement. That survivor grasps the golden blossom and gains the sleeping virus flower rare gear and the flower addiction disorder. You may now hunt the flower knight added to the quarries in the settlement record sheet. Flower knight. All right. That may be worth looking into. And we get the flower rare gear and the flower addiction as survivor. Let me just see. Flower. Leaving virus flower. +1 locked but cursed. When you die, a flower blooms from your corpse. Add warm virus to the timeline next year. You are the guest. Interesting. And the disorder, flower addiction. You may only depart to hunt the flower knight. After you depart, cure this disorder. So then we might want to do it. I will, you know what, I am getting real tired. So I'm gonna leave that here, somewhere where I will remember it, like right here. And then I'm gonna look into the flower knight a little bit and figure out whether or not we want to hunt him next turn. I'm not spoilering myself too much, but I just want to like see at least like if he's just gonna straight up murder us. I guess he wouldn't, because why would we then get access to him? And I kind of wanna try. But sometimes you need like an innovation or something to trigger specific stuff, and then it kind of feels stupid to go on the hunt if we don't have that innovation. Maybe, I don't know. I'm really glad if you guys stuck with me through all of this. I hope you enjoyed the first Nemesis fight, and that you will stick around to see more of them. So for now, thank you for watching. See you soon, and bye-bye.